Hello people, it is Belle's Bees, and I'm going to be doing a little bit rant of art styles slash little ramble while you guys get to watch me recreating an art style that I did, like, I'm pretty sure 4 years ago. So that'll be fun. So starting off, my art style changes a lot. Like, if you have ever kept up with my art, which I'm going to be honest, I don't think anyone, except for, shout out to my girl SV88. I think she was the only one who did it because we were friends back when I used Disney Create in 4th or 5th grade. And then keep in mind I'm in the 11th grade right now. And then I used the wiki. So I've gone from using Disney Create to using a Wikipedia page to using DeviantArt, now Instagram. I'm trying to use Tumblr more, but it's hard to get recognition on Tumblr, but with Instagram's new format, I guess that's what I'm gonna have to do. So, my art style has always been very changing. In the beginning, I used to try to do anime drawings, which, if you look at any of my art, you can see, that did not ever work out. But now I do kind of I would say semi-realistic cartoons, and I just kind of change depending on my mood. But I went from using actually Sonic character drawings to Powerpuff Girls. So I even tried to draw wolves, which you never heard me say. I try to be in the furry community, and I was like, I cannot do this. It was too much of a change for me. I was never really into that kind of stuff. But if you are, you do you. I'm not gonna judge externally. No. So, around this time, I think, I was trying to experiment with drawing more, and by doing that, I would look at some artists that I, really enjoyed, I don't know, I really liked Viria's art, as did every other 12-year-old that I ever talked to, and so I try to replicate her style almost, and then I realized, hey, this is what everyone's doing, and the people who get recognized have something different to them. So this is me trying to, this drawing over there, not the one I'm drawing right now, this is me trying to figure out how to express myself in different ways. And what I see a lot of young artists doing is, in fact, copying someone else's style, which I know, a lot of people get mad about it, but it's not inherently bad. Most of the people who are doing it are around the middle school or even elementary school age, where they don't really know that much, and they're trying to figure out what works best for them. So, I used to copy, when I was first starting out as an artist, I would try to copy a little bit of Viria-inspired styles with, I can show some examples maybe right here, there you go, with kind of the way she did anatomy. I even copied her brush, which is the same one I have right now, just because I never updated it. And I thought, this is good. This is what I'm supposed to do. Or I would copy I guess I never really copied her. When I was little, I would trace a Lady and the Tramp characters, and I'd be like, man, this is so good. I'm so original. Or I would trace My Little Pony in 6th grade and be like, yep, this is totally my art. Which, just a little bit of advice, if you're younger and you're trying to find your style and you're basing it off of something's style, please credit it. It just will take away a lot of problems that you might have. But then I started to watch other people develop their styles, and I was always jealous and envious of everyone else. So what I do is, I think this is an advice for everybody who's trying to figure out their style, is to just kind of tie in elements of what you like of everyone's art and begin to experiment. Oh, I like these eyes, I like this nose, I like this mouth, but I also like the way I line. Try to do that, and if you don't like it, you can switch it up. There's nothing wrong with changing your style. A style is someone's trademark, but it can always change. I went through a time where my style was very cohesive, and then next second, it was completely different. But it still looked like me. Also, side note, I always thought that people's styles looked like them in a weird kind of way. Like when me and my friend would draw, like she would accentuate the features that were most accentuated on her face, as would I. Like, the eyes sometimes I draw, when I'm not drawing cartoonish, do resemble my eyes because I've seen them so often. And I like to accentuate the eyebrows because I have naturally accentuated eyebrows. Accentuated isn't the right word. Bold, I don't know. So yeah, that's kind of funny. If you want to look at your style and look at your face and be like, okay, I see what you mean. Like someone who has kind of a big nose, making other noses more defined, or other things. Even if it's like super cartoonish, you can kind of still tell where the influence come in from your face. I ramble too much. But a style can be influenced, but to directly copy someone's style is not, I mean, I wouldn't approve of it, but if you're just starting out as an artist, I can get where you get the idea. Because most people who do that do end up later keep on drawing, but then they develop their own style because they're not always looking at the other artist style. Another piece of advice would be to always reference when you're new at something. Because when I first started drawing, I thought referencing was evil. Like when I went through the whole I'm original, no one can like be like me, so I thought referencing is evil. I have to draw everything from my mind. But here's the thing, I don't know what literally everything looks like. Like I'd figure out human anatomy so I could draw a human that was stylized on my own, letting it kind of branch off. But if I were to draw, I don't know, a llama, I don't know exactly how it looks, so it'd probably just end up looking like a blob. So it's good to always study the way things look. Or like, if you have a certain character, kind of study their features so they don't end up looking different every time. And when designing other characters, make sure they have something that stands out within the style, so your style doesn't look the same for every single character with differences in like hair. So now I've kind of finished with the line art over here, so now I think I'll move on to the coloring. Something I regret about when I was little and starting to do art was I didn't understand how line art worked, so I would just kind of sketch, and then I'd sketch over the sketch, and that'd be my line art. So, I mean, that's good. I have still a lot of pieces that are really sketchy and nice, but if you can look in the leg and you can see how sketchy it was, it's like, oof, man. Okay, something I'm gonna point out at my drawing again. It's not even about my art style, it's about how funny it is that these are, I picked an outfit that I wear like every day for the second one, and I did that for the beginning one, and they both have the same exact color schemes in a way. Like I wore gray shirts back then that were kind of tight fitting, and light, like very dark blue skinny jeans, and now I just wear gray hoodies and like Adidas sweatpants. Also, another, like, I really enjoy this tool. I remember I used to think, like, the fill bucket was cheating, but it's also way easier. Also, when you're coloring something, please make sure the colors are realistic, because the original one was supposed to be self-portrait, when my hair has never, in its life, been that red. It was always a, like, light ash brown with blonde highlights. So the fact that I was like, this is totally my hair, guys, and my skin tone, because I was not that pale back then. I can insert a picture of me, like, now, and you can see, oof, I did not look like how I drew myself. I personally enjoy the way I drew this thing. It's super, I think it's cute. Whatever. Okay. Sorry, back to my mini rant and ramble. Also, the envy people have for other people's styles kind of makes me sad. Like, I see some people who have great styles, and they'll go over and they'll be like, man, I wish I had your style, not mine. And the thing about a style is it's unique. It's like your face. You can't actually, just kidding, I take everything I said back. It is unique, but it can change. So I guess it is like your face, because my face went from like I don't know. I apologize. Okay, maybe I'll make a video looking at my old art and then gagging, because look at the legs in the first one. Like, they look like satyr legs. Straight up. And then the arms, like, if the arms were out to my side, they'd be, like, dangling to the floor. And the fact that I didn't even try to draw the arm, like, the hands, I just drew little nubs. The feet just look like hooves. Something I didn't, like, keep the same in both drawings was that I, like, over-enlarged the feet in the other one just because I like large feet in drawings that are super cartoonish. Oh, and this one's kind of funny. I decided to redo the way I did the bio to kind of show how I've changed. So now I'm switching keys from style to how I've changed, because I can't keep a consistent thing. I went by Mooney back then on the internet, because that was my username, was like Moon0123. Also, I kind of regret, like, one thing I regret is not drawing as often as I used to in middle school. Because if you see, like, my drawing throughout all of middle school, I have greatly improved. But if you look at through all of high school, my drawings have stayed at the same rate, because I draw, like, once every 6 months for myself, not for school. Also, I've changed in my hobbies. I have embraced my mathematics side and skills, and now I do engineering more than I do art. So yeah, that's the thing. Color. I remember I thought it was, what was the other one? Blue? Now it's gray, just because it's, like, a comfy color. Oh, and here I spend, like, 3 minutes deciding what my favorite animal is before I just erase it. Yep. And my favorite animal on the other one, I said it was a tiger, when I am no, I don't, favorite animal, dolphin. Girl, you never even liked dolphin. I was so fake back then. I like had a, like, I wanted to be a daughter